I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and that was really defeating. I'm gonna be real honest. I'm gonna be real open in this video. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm gonna be brutally honest. That was horrendous. That might have been one of the worst games I've watched with the Astros in a very long while, and I'm going to pick apart a lot of things, but I'll get to that in a moment. I'm gonna start. This is me recapping Game 11, by the way. I probably should mention that. Astros lost 14-7, got out-hit 16-8, which I think is kind of funny that they doubled both of our numbers offensively, and it's funny in a way that, you laugh so you don't cry. I'm going to start pitching because I like doing that. Boy, man. Lance looked so good. He was doing so good for those first 3 innings. Just cruised. And then the 4th. Oh, man, the 4th inning. I love Lance McCullers Jr. He is easily my second favorite pitcher on this roster, and it is a close second. I'm wearing his Bicone chain right now. I love Lance McCullers, and I say this because I love him. That is the worst I think I've ever watched him look. I've ever seen him look. That was horrifically bad. I have no words. And I am also a little irritated that Dusty Baker just kind of let him out to die on the vine the way he did. I mean, he gives up 4 runs and you're still not pulling him? I understand that maybe our bullpen arms are rookies and aren't warm at that point, aren't game ready, but I don't think he even started warming up the bullpen till he'd given up 6 runs, and at that point, it bugged me that he let him hang out there. And I'm not a person that's like, oh, you gotta pull players so they can protect their statistics and protect their ERA. I don't care about that. You gotta win as a team. I understand that, but that was insane. That might have been the fastest drop I've ever seen a player go from fully in cruise control to spinning out. He was going at such a nice cruise and then just hydroplaned into a ditch. And I love Lance McCullers, and it pains me in my soul to say these things about this start, but boy, that was horrific to watch. And I'm very sad about it. Novaldo Rodriguez showed that he is still a Class A player, and I don't mean this as an insult to him, and I know a lot of people are probably going to jump down his throat because he looked bad again tonight, and he kind of looked bad the last time we saw him, and he's just been okay so far out of the bullpen. And I know a lot of people are going to want to crap on him, and I get that because he hasn't been a good pitcher, but he had never pitched above Class A, and for those, and I'm not saying you're dumb, but for those who don't know a lot about minor leagues and how that works, Class A is still a low level of the minors, and the fact that he had never pitched above that and is now being expected to pitch bullpen and relief at major league level would be like expecting your undrafted free agent rookie left tackle to start day 1 for the Texans or whichever team you root for. That would not work, and this isn't working right now, which, again, he's an A-class pitcher. What do you expect? Brandon Bailey came in and was okay. He wasn't great or anything, but I'm going to be kind of honest. By the time Bailey entered the game, I don't want to say it was over, but it was about as close as you could get. Sanabria, another rookie debut. Another rookie debut out of the bullpen, gave up 2 runs, which, I wasn't holding my breath for a comeback, and I know this video is going to sound super negative, and I don't mean that to. It's just that this was a very, very bad game. He came in and gave up 2 runs, and at that point, I don't want to say it didn't matter, but the game was over at that moment. It was over before he came in, it was definitely over after. It was just hard to watch. I'm also going to kind of give Springer some crap, and really all of our outfielders, except Tucker. Tucker gets a pass. He made an effort for his attempted catch. Our outfielders looked so lackadaisical today. There was the catch that became a hit in the 4th inning, that started the 9-run inning we gave up, that I really felt Springer could have laid out for, or at least tried to go a little faster. It seemed like he really just pulled up and let it fall in front of him. And that kind of irked me, especially with the inning that followed 9 runs. And I felt like he could have laid out for that. The bad play by Straw not backing up Springer over in the corner that turned into the inside the Parker. Like, there were a few plays by our outfielder, specifically Straw and Springer, which I love both of them, and I'm not, like, I want this to be constructive criticism, I don't want to just hate on them, but they didn't look like they cared. And at the time, we were up 4-0, so I don't want to say I get it, but I understand maybe not feeling the urgency. But that really got to me, that it seemed like they didn't try. And then later on in the game, it seemed like Springer was just kind of lackadaisically throwing balls in to home plate. And again, I understand that at that point we were down so bad that it would have taken a miracle to come back. I understand that, but I still didn't like that it just seemed like some of our players gave up. And it was super defeating, having the 9-run inning happen. I totally understand that. But it bothered me a little bit. Offensively, I'm going to get done with defense. Offensively, Correa had a double that started the scoring. Toro drove him in. And then Tucker. Man, oh man, Kyle Tucker. He hit a nuke. He hit an absolute bomb. Like, that was... Tucker being one of our starting outfielders next opening day, I'm totally okay with. And Tucker emerging the way he has so far this season really puts a lot at ease, I think, for the Astros front office. And it must, because now instead of worrying about your 3 outfielders that are all going to be vacant, now you know that you're going to have Tucker out there. And so far he's produced very well. And I would be okay with like a Tucker, Straw, Springer, Tucker, Straw, Brantley. I don't think we're going to bring back Brantley. If I had to guess, it would probably be Springer. And I know that I just gave 2 of those outfielders crap, but I'd be very comfortable with the outfield that we had tonight, starting next opening day. Maldonado got a walk, and then that set up for a Springer home run that was, again, a great hit. Like, he really bombed that one. I believe Springer also had another double that drove in a run. It was a good night. Toro hit a home run. It was a good night offensively. Yuli hit a home run, a La Pena power home run. Like, how can you not love that? Like, we did good. We scored 7 runs. We got 8 hits. But we allowed 14, and it just... Tonight was a rough night. I'm having a little trouble really, like, putting sentences together, and that's just because we were in such cruise control. 4-0, and then... As quickly as we got that lead and as quickly as we got into a nice position, I don't know, a 9-run inning can really just take the wind out of anyone, no matter how optimistic they are. And I try to be very optimistic, but that was... I'm going to be honest, that was embarrassing. Like, it was a bad game. I want to stop rambling because I don't want to just drone on talking about that it was bad. Brandon Bielak gets the start tomorrow, so we finally get to see Bielak. He's been incredible out of the bullpen, and he has looked like a veteran, and tomorrow we get to see what he can do actually pitching out of just starting the game, which I'm super excited about. Hopefully he can be similar to what Christian Javier has done. That'd be really nice, especially with the starting pitching this year. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and go Stros.